What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Spill the Beans podcast.
Happy Friday and happy Vlogmas Day.
Who knows?
15. Wait, 15, 16, 17? No, 16. Because the final's the 18th.
Yep.
So this is going up to 16th.
Yeah, guys, happy Vlogmas. We hope you're enjoying it so far. We hope you're enjoying your Christmas and holidays here. Happy Hanukkah. And yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started.
Shush. Let's go ahead and get started with the Weatherooski. Okay, guys, I'm going to start off with the basic of basics. I'm going to go with Los Angeles. Friday, you guys are looking at 62 degrees, lows of 45 with 40% chance rain. Wow, that's fantastic for you guys. I'm so happy for you. El Paso, we're going with Friday, 51 degrees, partially cloudy, not bad, not bad. Then we go over to the great state of Las Vegas. You got Friday, 51 degrees, partially cloudy as well. Not bad. Is there a place you want me to do, babe? Dallas, Texas, Friday, partially cloudy, 45. Everyone's partially cloudy.
Did you do Fresno last year? Last week. Oh, okay. That just stuck out to me because in the comments they were like, oh my God, you know Fresno.
And then Tampa Bay, we're looking at sunny, 66. That's kind of weird, 66. It's pretty cold.
That's their winter.
Yeah. And then ending it off with Phoenix, we got Friday, partially cloudy, 61. It's just going to be partially cloudy Friday.
Did you say Denver?
No, I did not. Because Denver sucks.
You know what weather you should do?
What?
Winter Park, Colorado.
What?
Do Winter Park. See what the weather's over there.
No way, babe. Are you going to tell them?
No.
Why not? This goes up when they're here.
Exactly. That's why I said, that's why I brought it up. But then I thought maybe
Winter Park, partially cloudy, 23 degrees.
Shit. Is it going to be snowing?
No.
Period. Okay, guys. The reason I wanted Jonathan to explain or to say that weather is because something crazy is happening. And by this time, you guys already know we have a ton of friends over to our house. A lot of our friends are flying into Colorado for our annual Vlogmas trip. And this
annual?
will be... Well, it should be annual because we're going to do annual
we were
Vlogmer.
Do Vlogmer. Yeah,
so then it has
annual.
to be an annual Vlogmas trip too.
Okay.
Because Vlogmas, like, it has to be the same thing, you know?
Yeah. Guys, let me tell you how it all went down. Obviously, you guys know that the World Cup is going on right now as we speak. And soccer is a big deal to me. And so is it for my other friends like Mando, Gabe, etc., etc. So then I was like, we need to throw something cool for the World Cup final, which is the 19th, a Sunday. Or no, 18th, 19th?
18th.
And then I was like, you know what? Vlogmas during those days, like as they get like further along the month, it gets a little boring because then you don't have anything to do every day. So I was like, let me throw a trip to host the final, but also like get everyone together. And sure enough, I invited. It's cool because as every year goes by, we make more friends. Therefore, more people to invite. Because let's say our first year of YouTubing, maybe I would have just invited, you know, our normal circle, but now we met so many different people like Stacy, like Juani, like Nat, Edith. We made our circle so much bigger. So I invited all 24 YouTubers, guys, and guess how many said yes?
I thought you said 26. Oh, including us.
Yes, baby.
Oh, sorry.
All 24, and all 24 said yes. Can you believe that, babe?
I can't. And Jonathan planned this out when in October, right?
Yeah. No way.
September?
Well, I had been telling, when was Wendy's baby shower?
September.
I told, no, that's when she had it, no?
It was in August. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was for the last weekend of July, I think.
I had already told El Compadre, Jorge, Mando had already known. I was like, hey, I might do like a cabin thing. I might not. Let's see what the vibes. And yeah, so I had been planning this for a while now.
Yeah. So, and then 3 days ago, actually, like on Vlogmas Day 4, probably the last person confirmed. Like 100%, everybody's coming and is gonna be here. We have people flying in Wednesday, and everyone flies out on Monday. No one's staying after.
I don't know.
I don't know what the vibes are, guys, but these next Vlogmas days are gonna be amazing. And
guys, it's gonna be insane. If you're watching
cool.
this, we're probably most likely, like all my early bird people, we're probably on our way to the cabin right now. Diosito quiera que llegamos sanos y salvos, because it's kind of like not a bad trip, but like
it's
a lot of
curvy
snow.
road.
Yeah, curvy roads and stuff.
So I guess I heard that going up to Winter Park is like literally like going up a mountain. So you have to be super careful, and if it's snowing, like you should just not go.
That's why Blanca's taking the Mamalona with the big fat ass tires so she doesn't slip at all.
What Mamalona?
The Jeep.
No, I'm not. Hell no.
Or I'm gonna have to get the range some really good snow tires, guys. Because I do not want Blanca or whoever she's taking to be at risk, you know. But yeah, guys, we're super excited. For me, like this meant a lot because I feel like out of all our friends, I'm not the biggest like influencer. Obviously, I have like the least amount of followers, and I just don't like to be in the public eye as much as our friends do. And for me, like the smallest in terms of following, to like pull something like this and for everyone to say yes kind of meant a lot to me, especially because we're in Colorado. It's out of everyone's way. It's a forced flight to get here, and then like, so it means a lot, because if it was like Big Bear, then or Lake Tahoe, which is like a drive from Cali, a drive from Phoenix,
and it's also right before the holidays.
And right before the holidays, you know, people got family over, and like, or are traveling, and the fact that I was able to get everyone, which is crazy, because you know I consider my friends like celebrity status now. So you know, in the group chat I was like, hey, I know you guys are super famous and super busy, but if you guys could please respond to me. So, and literally I thought like maybe like a few, like I knew Gabe for sure would confirm because he loves soccer just as much as I do. Mando does, even though I tiene a la Lily que no le gusta, but I knew Mando would come through. But I was like, you know, I don't think anyone's gonna want to come, like it's so far, it's so right before Christmas. Sure enough, everyone said yes.
Yeah, so I'm excited because it's such a special trip. I feel like this is kind of another step from my baby shower, because for my baby shower was so special, was December 4th, and everybody came out, and I just remember like Mando being up at 3 a.m. freaking editing Vlogmas Day whatever, and then I was up finishing a thumbnail for mine, and then like it was such a special like bonding experience for all of us. So the fact that we're doing it again this year, which is more of a formal Vlogmas trip, last year was just for my baby shower, but now that we're doing like formal Vlogmas, and then it's just gonna become an annual thing, and it's just amazing, guys. So our house is gonna be full of people and love and new friends. Like Adan and Erika are coming, and it's freaking crazy. Like I'm like, oh wait, I shouldn't say this, but you guys have already known this by now. And you want to know what the craziest thing about this, guys? Today that we're filming it is a Friday, and tomorrow is Saturday, which is the day that I have to make sure that I have everything in check for Franco's bautizo on Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday are the 2 days before everybody gets here. So we have to do so much. We have to clean, organize, buy inflatable beds, because we lost 3 of them already. So we have a lot to do, but it's
thanks to Ozo.
Yeah, it could, and try. And it just couldn't be more better. So I'm excited. I just love Vlogmas when it's like this and we actually have stuff to do, not like when we're just sitting there doing nothing.
Sometimes when we're in Colorado, we kind of, and also our friends here in Colorado are also going. So Lucien and me, and then my childhood best friend and Blanca's childhood best friend, Marco and Kaylee. That's it from here, right?
Yes.
So I get to have a little part of like YouTube friends, but also my hometown friends, which was something I wanted to talk to. Like sometimes Blanca and I, we kind of feel lonely out here, that like we don't have that many friends, or we don't have friends at all. If like Marco and Kaylee are busy, and Noemi and Luis are busy, then we literally don't have anyone to hang out with. So the fact, sometimes we do feel lonely, but then we're like, oh shoot, what are we gonna do with 28, including our friends from Colorado? Like, what are we gonna do with 28 people here at our house? And that's a good problem to have, you know. Like, so it's nice, because at times when we feel lonely, now we realize that we have, you know, almost 30 friends that we can count on. I think anything.
That was crazy, because when Jonathan was planning all of this, I was like, yeah. And then in the back of my head, I was like, I don't think that everybody would say yes. First of all, Pero Noche is always in Mexico. Like, and
they were in Zacatecas when I asked them.
And I think right now they're going back, no? Or I don't know. She was packing to do something right now. And I was like, they're planning their beautiful wedding that's coming up next year. Like, obviously, they probably won't have time to come visit us. It's right before the holidays. And then I was like, Lily and Mando, that's a whole 5-hour trip. I was like, they're probably not going to want to come either. Gabby and Gabe and Stacy and like now La Comadre, like they're pregnant. They're like getting ready. Like, you know, there was so many things that I was like, okay, like I'm just preparing myself for everybody to say no. And the fact that the same day, everybody said yes. Everyone. That was crazy. And like a couple people got their their flights that same time because, you know, flights during December are pretty expensive. So it was just like, it makes us feel so loved and so special. And that's, I feel like that kind of piggybacks on the podcast from last week, is that we have built such genuine friendships that we're just so excited. Like everybody knows, guys, that whoever's landing in Denver, like, no, you're not Ubering to our house. No, you're not. No, like we're going to pick you up and you're going to stay at our house, whether you're going to stay in our bed because we're going to sleep on the couch or anything. Like you guys have our house oven. And our cars, like we got you covered. I'll
fold the oven door down and put a little pillow. Y ahí se queda Gabby.
Yeah. So we're super, super excited. You guys better go check out. Cause I think every single person coming is doing Vlogmas, right?
Yeah, everyone.
So you go check out all their vlogs. You're gonna see perspectives, different point of views. Like we have podcasts coming. We actually have a pretty good idea for our podcast that's coming up. So that's exciting too. Like, I don't know, a lot of things are happening, guys, and we're excited to tell you because today, Friday, you would have already seen like 3 days of other people being here and like Vlogmas videos. So now like really get excited for the good stuff, like snowmobiling and.
So I'm gonna tell you who's all gonna come because I want you guys to comment.
Who you want?
Please comment. If I know I've told you guys to comment before, but if there's one video I want you to comment, it's on this one. Do it for my half birthday. Okay, I'm gonna start off with. I'm just gonna go random.
Okay.
We got Pero Noche, so 2 people. We got Lily and Mando. We got Gabby and Gabe. We got Juani and Toño. We got Lulu y El Compadre. We got Adan y Erica. We got Edith and Ricardo. We got Nat and Jake. We got Stacy and Denny.
Yeah.
And Yadira and Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did I get everyone from influencer-wise? I think I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
I think I did.
I think so.
So you guys know like the OG group that hangs out with us. So comment. And then like the most top liked or top commented couple or whatever is the one we're gonna have on the podcast. Obviously we're gonna try to have more than one, but that's gonna be our main priority because of you, for you. Okay.
This podcast is for you and because of you.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking that we got everybody, guys.
I think I said everyone.
Yeah, you did. And then we have Marco and Kaylee and Luis and Noemi. So this is like our like OG squad. Like it's a best of both worlds. Like Marco, Kaylee, and Noemi and Luis are like our hometown, like keep us grounded. And then we have like our friends that we made recently. Well, not recently, but like in the last 2 to 3 years, I would say. So we have the best of both worlds, and you're just gonna see the best of both worlds, guys. I was texting Lily last night and I was like, so what are we thinking, like Leticia and Patricia coming out? Damn. She's like, girl, Letty's always out, like you got this. I was like, dude, we're gonna end up somewhere in the snow, like deep in the forest or something. Yeah, we let ourselves go. So Franco's staying home with my mom. First of all, I would not trust anybody, not even you or me, driving up that mountain with Franco in the car.
No.
And the second of all, like it's just it'd be too stressful for me to like have him so far from home and like on top of a mountain, and you know, like que tal si se va la luz and it starts freezing, you know. So Franco isn't coming, guys, but it's okay. He's gonna be living his best life with my mom.
Yeah, we're super excited for that.
Yeah, so that was a little catch up on our week that's coming up. But now let's get into the nitty gritty.
Let's get into the juicy right after this ad. Okay, guys, we're back. This is a story that Blanca was trying to convince me in the car right now to talk about. Now, I didn't really want to because it's that embarrassing. And embarrassing in terms of like when I remember it. Not embarrassing because of what it is.
I wouldn't say it's embarrassing. I think it's cringy in a sense because let me just set the scene.
Just don't come for us, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone has had their different experiences.
Yeah, we're not talking down on anyone. Like this experience just wasn't obviously the experience for us. And
the way it went down.
Yeah, the thing is that we are I think we were reminiscing because today, as you're watching, as we're filming this, we restocked our Vibe & Co merch, not merch, our products. And I was just thinking like about how we almost went into like our own business type of thing, but it wasn't our own business. This was an MLM, like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And let me set the scene. Like we are.
Wait, let's make a little disclaimer. If
Okay.
you're in this or you know someone, a lot of your guys' mothers, it's like the older generation type thing. It's okay. If it's working for you, it's fine. We're just going to talk about our experience. You don't
Yeah.
have to get butthurt in the comments like, oh, well, it works for me and I've made. It's okay. But it's also not okay that the way it was presented to us and the group we were in, it was kind of taking advantage of the youth. And I'll give you guys some examples.
Yeah, and plus we're not saying like that it's a scam all around or anything, or that it's a scam at all in its sense, but it's like how you said, the way that it was drawn out to be for us.
I don't think it's fair
It
the way
wasn't.
that you get into it and the way that they keep you in it. I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk shit about that.
So let's set the scene. We were 19, right? It was right before or right as I was starting to take off on YouTube. And
No,
Let's
babe, let me
just-
start
babe.
off. Let me start off.
okay, we were broken up.
No.
Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, we were broken up
Oh,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
started.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, guys.
Take it away.
Let's start. Cut scene starts. We're broken up. I'm working car sales in Denver. I'm working at a car dealership, and I have this friend guy there. This friend, and his name. Let's call him Jeff for the sake of the story. Jeff is a very good-looking dude, very well put together, very smart, and always in a suit. Looks like he has his life figured out. So he was a dude that I really looked up to. And very well spoken. Jeff was always, he was a top car salesman. I don't know how he did it, but blah, blah, blah. And I could tell that he had something on going outside of work that I wanted to be a part of, because he would talk about his mentors and how his mentors have come in and bought cars cash and have millions of dollars. But he wouldn't tell me like, do you want to be put? No. Until one day I start dressing good and I start like talking differently and stuff. And like better, and he's like, I think you're ready, man. Like, do you want me to introduce you to my mentors? So I got freaking excited. I was like, they're millionaires. Like, what kind of business could this be? Like I want to build my own business. Like, I want to, like, if they're millionaires, I want to be a millionaire, you know? Especially how Jeff looked. I wanted to be like that. So sure enough, he's like, all right, come well dressed in a suit to my apartment. Like during this certain weekday, certain time, we're going to have like a meeting, and that way you can meet my mentors. So sure enough, that day rolls around, and we go to his apartment. He had a really nice apartment. And when I tell you this was like a scene cut out from Twilight, guys, a bunch of young people dressed in suits, but very good looking. I remember Jeff has these really good looking roommates as well, and they were in suits, and then everyone was in a suit. And sure enough, I see these mentors, and they were like two Caucasian couples, and they were really good looking, and she was in a dress, he was in a suit, and I was like, oh shit, this looks cool, you know? So then I'm in the suit, I meet them, blah, 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 and then we sit down. And guys, the way this guy spoke, like the mentor, he spoke like super good, like better. Take in mind, I had already gone to college, right?
Yeah.
And so I've heard professors speak, and when you hear professors speak in college, it's so freaking boring. They're just there for like to cheat and get out. But this guy spoke with passion. He spoke with like, if you want to be a millionaire. And I learned so many things. Tell you know, I learned that the owner of Porta Potties, the inventor, is a billionaire, and then that the main pharmacies and all this crap, right? I learned so much, and I'm waiting to see what the business is, because it's like a 30-minute introduction into success and wealth that they're not saying what it is.
Yeah,
yet.
they go into this whole deep how they started like living in this ball, and then
Oh, yeah,
how
they
they
give
started
their
out
story.
like a company, and then it went downhill, and then you know, so they draw you in, they capture your emotions, like they make you believe that you're in this place, and there's no coincidence, like you were meant to
Yeah.
be in that chair.
You were meant to be there. And like, as someone, obviously, guys, that they prey on these people that are like wanting more in life, but they're lost. You know, I was making good money selling cars, but I still didn't have like a purpose in life. I knew I didn't want to sell cars for the rest of my life. And sure enough, and 45 minutes in, boom, they hit you with okay, what is it? Boom, they say the word, and this word rang like a freaking bell, guys. I feel like that's why they give such a perfect, nice intro. So, because when they say the company, they don't say it like, and this is like,
No, they say
it's
it
like,
nonchalantly.
they say something that's like, and that's why blank was introduced, and then they keep going. So like you have to really be paying attention to catch the word.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, this is the shit. We're not gonna say names, guys, because we just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So we'll name the company X.
Just a company,
X.
babe.
I'll name it X. So X company was like, I've heard about this because of old Mexican moms, you know, they sell
And
stuff.
let's preface this by saying that their products are actually really good.
Yeah, they're good.
Like
Actually,
all
they
the products in this company were amazing. It's just the business behind
Idea
it
model.
was not amazing. But the products, girl, my mom to this day buys the products and the vitamins and everything's great.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, like, you know what? I've heard bad things about this, but the way like this group of circle of people makes me feel, like I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So then the main thing they tell you is like, okay, who can you bring next? You know? So then I was like, you know what? Like, and then we just started randomly talking
Again, yeah.
So then obviously I couldn't like go to work and then Blanca expects me to hang out after. And I can't be like, no, I got me.
No, he was this mysterious boy
I
going
had
to these
like, tell her
mysterious
quickly.
meetings.
Yeah. So then you go ahead, babe.
So-
Don't be too cringy. You're saying that I said when you're ready. Like, tell him.
You
No, babe, I didn't say that. You're so dumb.
Look, I'm going to start this off by saying that Jonathan, actually both of us took a lot of good things out of these meetings.
I did. I learned a lot.
We learned a lot. And I feel like it also made us more hungry to be better than who we were at that moment, right? So that's why I feel like you were taking it really serious, because you learned a lot and you liked going there and you liked feeling like that you
Like I
had something to
else
do.
going on,
Yeah. And it was actually something really good until, you know, everything else happened. But Jonathan would tell me like, oh, after work I can hang out. Like, I'm going to go to a meeting. And I'd be like, I'm meeting at 8. Okay. And then that's just how it kept going. And then one day I was just like, what meeting are you talking about? Like, I want to be part of it. And he was like, babe, you didn't say it cringy, but you're like, babe, I don't think you're ready. But when you're ready, I'll let you know.
I think you're ready, babe.
Yes, you
That's
did,
so cringe.
babe.
That's the cringiest thing I could say.
Exactly.
I always watch my mouth to not say cringy things.
Honey,
and that's cringe.
You said that, babe. You're like, when you're ready, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay.
I did not.
And then one day he was
I
like,
didn't say that, guys. I didn't say
yes, he did say that. I'll just pull up the messages right now. And then one day rolls around. I think it was like a Thursday when all these meetings would happen at 8 p.m. And then that's when Jonathan was like, hey, like, do you want to meet my mentors? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, like we were coming home from the gym and you're like, we got to get ready, like dress nice. So I remember he was like, no, like dress nice, like a whole like black dress and heels. And I was like, oh shit, but like not hoochie mama going to baile. It's like you're going to a business meeting. I'm like, okay, period. So we go to IHOP.
This is so cringe. IHOP.
Do you remember?
Was that the first time you met them?
Yeah, it was
I
at
thought
IHOP.
it was at the apartment.
No, it was at IHOP. I met them first, and then I was invited to.
No, I took you to the meeting first, babe.
No, babe, it was at IHOP.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, we like met at IHOP. We talked to his mentors, blah blah blah. It was actually pretty cool. Like I got excited, and then we're like, okay, you guys can come to the meeting on Thursday at 8 p.m. at our apartment. And when we
you hadn't heard what it was yet?
No, I already. Oh no, I didn't know what it was
because
at
I
all.
remember clearly at the meeting. After the meeting, you were like, yeah, babe, I already know about this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, before that I didn't know.
No, okay.
And then we go to this meeting. We get to this amazing apartment with these good looking people, and like they like hype you up, girl. Like you walk in, you're like, you look so nice. Like, oh, you're ready. Like they made you feel like on top of the world. So I was like, oh shit, like this is amazing, you know. So yeah, nos sentamos, the meeting starts, and then the mentors, like the millionaires, start talking to us, and like like I said, the passion in their voice draws you in. Like you're like, I want to be a part of this. And yeah, 45 minutes and they say the X company, and I was like, I feel like I kept myself from doing anything, but my jaw dropped to the ground, girl. Like it dropped, and I was like, I cannot believe Jonathan is in this.
Yeah, I felt like I let you down. Like you had me on this pedestal of like, Jonathan's so smart. Jonathan's this. Like, how could he have fallen for this? Mm-hmm. But now that I explain it to you, how they got me in, like it makes sense. It's not like someone just
plus because this company in the Hispanic community is so different than in the American community, I would say. So that's why I decided to give it a shot, because I was like, you know what, like the way that I've heard this go, it's nothing like this. And the way that they painted it, rainbows and butterflies, I was like, fuck it. Like we literally, like I was working at the clinic, I think, right? I was like, I have nothing to lose. Like, let's try it. So I had told Jonathan, I was like, yeah, I already know what this is. Like my mom consumes this company and it's amazing. Like we love everything. To this day, we still use their products. So he just told me like, okay, like let's just give it a shot and whatever. We become those super cool, mysterious meeting attending people at 8 p.m. on a Thursday night, and we start putting it on Instagram like, yeah, we're at these cool meetings, blah blah blah, making it like literally look like we're these important people. And it did make you feel like that. I feel like that's why it works for a lot of people, because if you take it super serious and you don't see like right through it, then you can make good money off of it. If you,
it's not a pyramid. You turn it upside down and it turns into a funnel of money.
Who said that?
I saw it on TikTok. Just let the cash flow.
Oh my God. So yeah, guys, that's how it started. I mean, we started going to these meetings. It was amazing. And I think it was a month before like we got into the real like nitty gritty of things. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Because we started getting like super close with these millionaire mentors that were balling freaking. And then the fact, I feel like another thing that we took from them is that they were these millionaires, right? That lived in an apartment and that what did they say? They were driving like a
Tesla.
They were driving a Tesla?
At the time Teslas were crazy.
Oh damn. Yeah. Well, but they always said like you have to think like you still have to act like you're broke, you know. And they gave us a lot of good advice, not gonna lie. Like I learned a lot from them. And yeah, as sure enough, we start feeling important because they want to have one-on-one meetings with us. And then what happens, babe?
So then basically, okay, we get out the attending meetings phase, and now it's the phase
the one-on-one.
The one-on-one to like sign up, you know. And I don't remember the true like the specific details of the sign up, but like we went to like a Panera, I think.
Yeah.
And like you're signing like into the thing, like
like signing papers, and then
and how much money? I think we gave like $300 per person, right? You and me. And like I feel so bad because for you that was like, I mean for both of us it was a lot of money, but I remember you like
that was like,
did I pay for you?
Probably. I don't think I would be able to pay that much money.
No, yeah. So then, regardless, we paid $600 together, and we like got into it. And we're gonna skip the whole signing up because I don't. It's like a fog memory for me. I'm gonna go straight to the most cringe part of this.
Yeah.
So then they tell you like, okay, now you got to start meeting people, you know. And it's so funny that like after you like get out of it, you realize like who's in it, like at our gym and stuff. Like the friendly people aren't just being friendly.
And I also want to say that this was in, what year was it? 2019? Yeah, right?
No, way before that.
It was right before.
2019 was almost COVID.
Oh yeah,
and we were like way before.
Oh yeah. So this was before the whole like sex trafficking incidents started coming up, you know. So it was before people started getting more informed on that. So this is when shit got real, and I was like, babe, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we gotta get out. Because they were literally like, okay, so if you see these two good looking people at the grocery store, like just go up to them and tell them if they want to attend a meeting, and then give them your, I'm like,
no, you're supposed to make small talk.
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, what are you buying? Like, oh, that looks good. Anyways, like how are you happy in life right now? Like I could get you in like contact with these like mentors, they're millionaires, and basically what my friend at the time did to me, you know. But
they weren't saying it like make it natural, like with someone that you've known your whole life. No, they were like, strangers. Just go meet strangers at the grocery store and bring them into meetings.
Yeah.
And at that point we were like, that sounds really cringe. But now that I think about it now, I'm like, dude, if anybody did that right now, they would call the cops and be like, they're trying to sex traffic me, you know, because that's how it felt.
Well, it happened to me at the gym with this guy. I knew him from high school, and then years later we were at the gym, and he's like, hey man, like, you know, he complimented me, went to get water, came back. He's like, hey man. And then he just went straight for the speech. I have two mentors, and I was like, I'm gonna stop you right there, man. Like, I already know what it is. Like, no, thank you. And then very politely, because it is a long speech. So then let's go fast forward, whatever, fuck it. This story's getting boring. We need someone to tell, you know, and at the time, Marco.
We need to bring someone
we need to bring someone to like at least talk with our mentors.
Guys, this is the cringiest part. Like, this is the part where Jonathan's like, I don't think I want to talk about this.
No,
like,
this
I don't
is so
think
stupid.
So.
Anyways, I'm gonna say it for the sake. Now it's all laughs and giggles, but I'm glad. This is why God puts people in your life, because Marco, I feel like we play off of each other so well, and I'm so grateful for him as a friend, because sometimes he has really good ideas, sometimes I have really good ideas, So this time I'm like, you know what? I know Marco and Kaylee. They're like two motivated individuals. Me and Marco were just working landscaping at the time. I was like, hey man, like I'm in this meeting. Like I talked to these two millionaires. Like, do you want to come talk to them, Because you're not supposed to say what it is.
No.
So then he's like, really, man? Like, that's cool. So we went to IHOP again. And sure enough, it was the mentors and Marco and Kaylee. And then the mentors like, so what do you guys do? And Marco's like, landscaping. And like, we just chill, blah, blah, blah. Like, just making small talk. Did he ever tell them what it was? I think he did, because they never went to like a second.
No, they didn't go to IHOP, honey. They went to a meeting. Like, we brought them straight to a meeting, not to IHOP.
Babe, we were at IHOP. Remember we got the little private room for parties?
With Marco and Kaylee?
Yes,
no.
I swear.
Because they went to a meeting with us. I remember.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
Didn't. We were in the IHOP thing.
What? Damn, my memory's blurry.
No, babe, I swear we were in IHOP.
Okay, sorry.
And I feel like he told him right there and then whatever, we left, and then our mentors were like, follow up with them, blah, blah, blah. And then the next time I see Marco, I'm like, hey man, like, do you want to go again? He's like, no, man, I think I'm good. Cause he was smarter than me at the time. He's like, nah, like, cause he got the gist of it. Like, you have to meet people, you have to bring them in. And then he's like,
and guys, this is the thing, that in the Hispanic community, it was about who sells the most things.
Yeah.
And in this community, it was who brings the most people to get you to the top faster. So that's why I think that's why
cringy. Your Mexican tias, like, at like parties, I would always see those memes.
El catálogo.
Like, el catálogo, like, lo sacan, wants you to buy.
Yeah.
No, for white people, it's like, how many people can I get in so they can do the work for me and I can just become like a millionaire living off their sales. Mm-hmm. So.
And how many people, because they basically, the way that this worked was, these millionaire mentors were on top because of all of the freaking people that were down the line. Else. Yeah, and they were under someone else. There's different tiers to so much, and it was freaking crazy, guys. Like, I don't know. I think this is because Jonathan and I wanted the fastest way to like get out of whatever we were in. Like, we wanted to be rich fast, and we're like, fuck it. And then when we started realizing what it was, I think we talked about it.
We gotta meet like 30 people in order to make like $100.
Yeah, I think that it was after Marco and Kaylee. Like,
no, as soon as they said, I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, as soon as they said that, I was like, this is
the funniest realization moment I had, babe? So you remember, like, our mentor's mentor was like this like super famous guy in Colorado. Do you remember him? Mm-mm. He was like the big one, and he lived in Colorado Springs. And when you remember our mentor, we always talk about how he had like a basketball hoop and movie theater in his house in Colorado Springs. But then when we asked like how much he made, it said that he made $30 million throughout like 40 years of doing this. So when I told Marco this, for me it sounded like crazy. But then when I told Marco, I was like, yeah, dude, the guy in Colorado Springs has a mansion. He's made $30 million. He's like, in a year? And I was like, no, in 30 years. So he only makes $1 million a year? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, fuck. It was like a slap to the face. I was like,
guys, we took
wait,
this
$1 million a year is like, it's a lot. I'm not saying it's not. But the way they made him sound, like you would think 30 million in 1 year.
Yeah.
But 30 million throughout like the 40 years he's been doing this.
And I think that I remember who he was because I met him. Do you remember?
Yeah.
That you went on a trip to the mountains to work with Marco, and I was like, you were like, babe, like you just gotta go. Like they made it sound like if you weren't at this meeting with this guy, I was gonna talk and like
you went.
Yeah, make you say I have a picture with him. Like they posted it on Facebook and shit. I forgot. Like yeah, like that's how serious we were taking it. And then like yeah, as soon as Marco and Kaylee like they didn't blow us off, they were super super nice about it.
No, they were.
And they that's when I opened my eyes. I was like, babe, what the fuck are we doing? Because I was like waiting for them to be like, okay, like start selling things and then you're gonna start making commission off. And no, like it was like, okay, when are you gonna bring the next person? Like, why are you bringing anyone to meetings? And then that's when I was like, okay, this is sketchy.
I don't know, it just hit us like a truck.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a slowly realization. It was like
no, and we cut it cold turkey. Like we just never replied to them again. We never talked to them again. And yeah.
Oh, and then I quit my car sales job.
Oh yeah.
So that was like for sure the cutoff.
Yeah.
Because I didn't talk to Jeff no more. And yeah, guys, I can't believe we went through that. It's like a funny story, but like
it's funny because of the circumstances we are in now. But
like
it
if
would
you
have
had
been
a microscope to look at my skin, you would see that it's like goosebumps, like it's cringe.
yeah, because I feel like they sold it to us so like beautifully that we believed it. And I
Yeah.
think if we hadn't gotten Marco and Kaylee to go, maybe we would have gotten someone else
Yeah.
that was naive like us.
And they would have gone.
They would have gone in and then we would have just kept going, and then we would have been like, fuck, like now we have to get our team to like keep
But I
it,
can't believe, like, I look at you and me and I'm like, I look at myself like, dude, never in 1,000 years would I. But why did I fall for it back then?
because he te la pintó bonito, babe. Because I feel like if you would have heard the company name the first day that you knew he was doing,
oh,
like,
you
you
know
would
when
have
he
been like,
told me
oh,
at the
fuck no.
car dealership?
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah.
Exactly. But the fact that they like reel you in so smoothly.
And okay, that brings us to our next like closing point. Like, that's fucked up. So nowadays, guys, I see, I'm not gonna talk down on no one or anything like that, but there's like this wave going on again around, you know?
I feel like every year there's a wave.
Yeah.
Like last year there was an MLM, and then this year there's another one. And
Yeah.
like I feel like every year it's just different
But this
ones.
one I see it like hard.
And they prey on young people.
Yeah.
And the reason, guys, we say that these fall more into a pyramid scheme scam category is because I have not seen one person do this longer than a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Not one. And that's the scary part, is that they get these like young people out of their normal 9-to-5 jobs, or they get them almost close to quit, where this is the only thing that they can rely on. And then now they're like saying like, oh, DM me if you want a meeting, DM me if you want to learn this and that, and like te la pintan tan bonito that it's like, oh shit, like this is a lot.
Yeah.
And especially because last year I saw when this MLM was going around that they were like, oh, they gift you a freaking Mercedes, they do this and that. And then this girl like on YouTube deep dove into it, and they're like, did you know that you're paying this Mercedes? Like they gift it to you, but it's under the company name, and
you
you're
have to pay
making
it.
payments to
Yeah.
it. So if you want to get out, like they take that shit away, and they don't return the money that you've already invested in the car because of the contracts that you sign.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, like if they're gifting you a car and it's not under your name, like girl,
Yeah.
you know.
And then, yeah, I think that's super fucked up, guys. Because let's go back to Jeff, right? The my car salesman buddy that got me into it. Guys, he was like super smart, right? And he was going to college to be like getting his bachelor's in criminology, what is it? Crime science, whatever. Guys, Jeff was a semester away from graduating. He met these mentors, and the mentor straight up told him to freaking drop out or he's not going to take it seriously. And that, to me, when I heard that, I was like, that's so fucked up. Don't you think as a mentor, he would have been like, yo, okay, man, like finish your career, like, and then so you can have like a backup, something to Jeff was a semester from getting his bachelor's, and the guy told him, if you don't freaking drop out, you're going to fail at this shit. Or like, don't bother being with me. And sure enough, Jeff dropped out, and look at him.
Yeah.
He like, I'm sure, I don't know, I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he missed out on getting his bachelor's. Guy that required a lot of money. I remember him telling me that his sisters like gave him money to like go through it, you know. So like, that's tough, man. That's fucked up. That's what we don't like about it, that it preys on young people. It preys with people with dreams, and like, it's sad.
Yeah, and like we said, we're not talking down on anybody, because at one point, like, we were in your exact same shoes. Like, the reason we wanted to talk about this, one, was because it was cringy. Two, because we got our friends into it. And then three, because we just want to let you know, like, if you have ever, because, you know, we get all these messages all the time, like, hey, like, do you want to get on a meeting with me? Like, I have so many messages.
I get those a lot too.
And there's, like, so many different companies. Like, it's not even just one. There's, like, thousands of companies out there. So it's, like, I don't know. It probably works for a lot of people. But like I said, I do not know anybody that's been successful in this for more than a couple of months.
Yeah. So now on social media, when I see like these younger kids I know, they're like posting going to meetings and posting the stuff they're getting, I'm like, ay, pobrecito. You know, like, I wish you the best, but come on, let's be realistic.
But damn.
Like I'm not mad at them or sad at them. I'm mad at the people like that are in charge of this, you know, because they're the only ones making like real money.
It's like, and the fact that it starts off where you learn so many things, and then these mentors are telling you how to be rich and how to stay rich. It's like what reels you in, because that's what you want to be. But then at the end they fuck you. They're like, you know what? If you don't bring 10 people by the next meeting, like, what are you doing here? Because that's essentially the team that's gonna get you to the top. You know. So it's like, if you don't have other people under you, then you're not gonna do anything. And then that's when you have to go and be uncomfortable and try to get people from the grocery store to come to meetings
And look
with
like
you.
a sex trafficker.
Look like a sex. I feel like that necessarily wouldn't work right now. Like, I think they have other strategies, because you know the whole grocery store is done for, but they do have a lot of other strategies with social media that I've seen a lot. And I was like, if I was a naive like 18-year-old straight out of high school, I'd be like, let's go, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'd be in it again. So that's why we want to talk about it, guys, because it was a very learning experience.
Yeah, it was fun and whatever. Now we can go through it, but
now we can laugh about it.
now we can laugh about it. Yeah.
Okay, but that was it. That was it for our story. I hope we didn't spill too much. I like, you guys probably are over there thinking about 10,000 companies and stuff, but yeah.
I'm sure there's one that just sticks out like a sore thumb.
And I mean, we still consume it, so someone's doing something right. Like, we literally have it right now.
Where?
Like, I use it on our laundry sometimes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's working for someone out there, you know?
Yeah. If you got in it like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
When no one knew what that shit
or
was.
in the Hispanic community, because as I said, they don't care about bringing people in, they care about selling stuff and the commission. But that was it for our little almost scam, kind of embarrassing that we got our friends into it story.
Yeah, super cool.
So for today's advice, we have, it just has advice, so I'm going to read it. I just want to see if you guys think my relationship is worth it. It's not, if you're already sending this. My boyfriend and I have been on and off before. We have broken up twice and gotten back together. The first time it was just over an argument and we were both prideful, so we just broke up because of a simple problem instead of talking about it. Afterwards, we gave it another try and we lasted a couple months, but then I found out he was messaging other girls. He cheated by messaging other girls but never actually met up with them or did anything with them. His excuse was that he heard rumors that I was cheating, and instead of talking to me about it, he just started messaging other girls. I left him, and afterwards we talked about everything, and I decided to give him one last chance since he said he was sorry for it and that he would change. He said he was willing to give me his passwords to everything, but I told him that that's too much and that I'm not going to be babysitting him or watching everything he does. That I'm going to trust him and that his words need to match his actions. So far, we have been together for only 5 months and he has changed a lot. We have more communication and he has shown me that he does want to be with me and that I'm the only girl he wants. We have had small problems, but there's small stuff that we can easily fix. But sometimes I still have doubts. Like, I think it's too good to be true, or I think about what others say, once a cheater, always a cheater, and that he's not actually going to change, that it's just a front for now. I'm just not sure if it's really worth keep going and risking wasting my time again.
That was a toughie.
I think, like I said, if you're looking for a sign, like, that's your sign, you know? Like, if you're asking people, like, do you think my relationship is worth it? Like, that's your sign. Don't you think? Yeah. Because if he already did it 3 times, girl, like...
3, 2.
Well, 2, but this is 3rd time's a charm type of thing.
Oh.
She gave him a 3rd chance. What do you think, babe?
I think that also, like, but, like, on the flip side, I want to play devil's advocate here. You can't just be expecting the worst to happen and not enjoy the present.
That's
true. You know
true.
what I mean? Like, is he going to cheat on me? It's too good to be true. Like, people can change. And if I'm not going to defend him, but if he genuinely, like, with 100% in his heart, thought you were cheating first and then he cheated on you and then whatever, it canceled out. Now he's like, now he doesn't have a reason to, like, feel insecure or cheat on you. Then, and he's actually trying 100%, then I think you should enjoy that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like, it is fucked up what he did. And I'm not saying that he did it with, like, a reason, but he did kind of hear rumors and he should have 1000% checked with you first, obviously. But what I'm saying is that there was a motive behind him talking to those girls first and not just out of the blue. You know what I mean? So then what I'm saying is that now that there's no reason, there's no misinterpretation of things, there's nothing like that, then I'm give it a chance to flourish into something is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I mean, if you already went through and gave him a 3rd chance and you've already been together with him for 5 months, I mean, if you don't have any gut feeling right now, if you don't think that anything's going on right now, like Jonathan said, you could just enjoy it. But if there's even a slight chance that you're possibly still thinking that he's still doing it, like, then no, it's not worth it.
Or like if you haven't healed properly, because you could say I got over it and we're doing, no, like you obviously sending this message like todavía te cala poquito. And I think the dumbest thing girls do is like try to forgive the guy, but then they can't. So then they're always bringing it up every month, every 2 months, every 3 months. So it's like, you told me you were like try to work. I know, but I can't forget. It's like you're also not gonna let the relationship advance and heal. You know, you need to heal yourself before you should have given him that chance.
Yeah, and if that's not gonna work, then it's not worth it. But if you already went through with giving him another chance, if you've already been together for 5 months, everything seems good. Like I feel like instead of you hurting yourself by thinking all the time like what if he's doing it again, like maybe just try like they say, worry when you need to worry. Like if you don't have nothing to worry about right now, that's fine. But if you do in the future, then that's something that future you can deal with and you can just leave. But for now, it's like just kind of enjoy it. If you already put yourself in the situation, if you love him, if you think he changed and everything's better, at least give it give it the chance that you chose to give it,
Yeah, guys, but hopefully that advice helped, girl. We love you and we wish you nothing but the best in the relationship.
Yes.
With that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed the freaking podcast. That's our cue. Ozo's crying for some reason. Franco, I can hear his little footsteps, his little knee steps. And we got to go, but we love you. Hopefully you enjoy our content this weekend. Remember to comment down who you want to see. And any last words, babe?
Just support our Vlogmas. Go watch all our videos on all of our channels. Follow us on Instagram, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
You can just click on them, dislike them, and click out. I'm just kidding.
Pues a ver. All right, guys. Bye.